Hello, willkommen, bonjour, buongiorno, guten Abend, guten Appetit, merhaba, itideke mashta, shalom. This is Globus a GoGo, your world music transmission. On this show, West Africa, its music and the wonderful groovy stars, staresses, dudes, dudesses, and other groovy cats and catesses who happen to pass through Globus a GoGoville, Berlin this summer. Par exemple, on a le Monsieur Babamal de Sénégal.
No color, my friend Baba.
Dan di suma nubu. Adini dan. Jaden futa. Mindokuma dandi.
A talking drum is a kind of traditional mobile phone, and it's ecological, doesn't use batteries, and it's made of natural fibre. And it's great if you understand what's being said on it. Mais, je vous en prie, Monsieur Babamal, what happens if you can't understand what's being said? How do you communicate?
The most important is that it's music coming from a heart of a human who sing about hope, who sing about love, who sing about peace. And I think it's also universal messages. And in a concert, in an African concert, you don't understand the lyrics, the words that the singer is singing. You can understand the dancing. You can see them laughing or smiling, or you can see them serious, and you can understand by the clothes, by the expression of the face of the dancing. You can try to understand the message of the music itself.
Babamal takes traditional Western folklore instruments, like the electric bass, it's a guitar-like instrument with 4 strings and a pickup, and the drum set or drum kit, which is a bunch of things that you hit, kick and beat. And he mixes those with the kora, the West African kora, modern instrument with 21 strings. And I'd like to know, Monsieur Mal, how do you manage to make such an interesting mixture of different things?
It's something like the new cities, not new cities, but this kind of city that you can see in Africa now. When you go to Abidjan, when you go to Lagos, when you go to Dakar, you can see the fusion between things coming from the true Africa. Then you can see the ceremonies, you can see the African clubs, you can see the past, you can feel the past of Africa in the people who live in these big cities in Africa. But you can also see things coming outside from Africa, like the buildings, like the car, like a new kind of working in the bureaus with equipment that come from outside of Senegal. And the new kind of music that we play, like a young musician, is a combination between the traditional background that we take from our parents, our grandfathers, our history. We mix it with the things that we are all coming from the whole world, because the television, the radio, the newspaper teach us that we are now at the end of the 20th century. We are young people, but universal young people.
And here is Babamal with some local heroes in the mean streets of Berlin, the schreckliche Einbahnstraße of Berlin.
Remember, every sound of the drum that you hear is an African beat, and this is the sounds of Africa. This music come from the Senegal area. It's a sound, it's the music of West Africa. I listen to the rhythm, listen to the singer. Are you listening? Well, it's a one called Yele, ancient African music called Yele. Senegalese music called Yele, ancient African music called Yele. Senegalese music called Yele. When you hear the Yele, you might say Listen how the Yele sound a lot like reggae. You know some connection must have to be there. Baba Man.
Hello?
Here we know, this is Yele, ancient African music called Yele. Senegalese music called Yele, ancient African music called Yele. Senegalese music called Yele. Senegal is a country in West Africa, between the Gambia and Mauritania. In the past it was used by the slave trader, buy and sell people like a second-hand car. From Goree Island near to Dakar, millions of blacks sent from Africa. Well, heap of them sent to America. Some of the ones that go to manage them send to Jamaica. Now listen how the music have a reggae flavor. Or something Bob Marley would be proud of. And if you're looking at the facts of Senegal sister.
Oh oui, ben you can ariare oh. Oh oui, mi adare oh. Mi susa.
Also Moment mal.
My mama de bloji na to yuli. Au jalto to kitima ka ujona jalta beni. Ben you ko ya da.
What we know, this is Yele, ancient African music called Yele. Senegalese music called Yele, ancient African music called Yele. Senegalese music called Yele. Here's a little Senegal information.
No mama.
Population around 7 million, about the size of England plus Scotland. 60-58 colonization by the Frenchman. 1960 independence come 300 years of revolution. Whether you're born in Jamaica or England, whether you're born in America or you're African, could be a Japanese or a Australian. Everybody have a rock to the Yele pattern. Original African, this is Yele, ancient African music called Yele. Senegalese music.
Highlife music is a cool and beautiful music from coastal West Africa. It's so cool that you could be dancing to it for 3 hours without realizing that you're dancing at all. It's especially strong in Ghana, home of master guitarist Eric Adjuman. Eric has been called the king of classic highlife. Sacre fromage de monsieur. So highlife is music for all occasions. It's for weddings, could be for bar mitzvahs.
Yeah.
Where would I see highlife?
In our place,
We do play the concerts, parties, and the funerals. We play all sort of activities. After the body is being buried, now you got to come home and entertain yourself, because the dead must bury itself or whatever they used to say. So when you come back, we try to console the bereaved family to let them forget about their problems or the dead or whatever, their sorrow, so that we put in the high life music to really activate them, to wake them up to forget about the dead. So high life music is actually doing a lot of good to let's say the whole world. High life music, I think, is a combination of African rhythms put together, and we have this sort of rhythm called ta 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 ta. That's the basic form of the rhythm that we base everything on to make the high life music.
The high life rhythm, as we are talking about, as my brothers are saying, is a rhythm, a root of black music in general.
If you listen to salsa, calypso, and begin and all that music, it's got a root of high life, it's always the same, from the same stem of music.
Life actually means a lot. Life, a lot of happiness in life, so many things in life, and the high, that we can go high with it, high life music.
After a hard day job, when old people or people come together, they provide that thing to inspire the people, to make the people feel at home, that they forget about all the works, just as they were talking about the slavery and things. Whenever those things come together, by playing the music, they forget about the sorrows.
Les Zagazougou is a village family band now living in Abidjan, capital of Côte d'Ivoire. Their rootsy sound has been a huge hit in high-tech Abidjan, and this is their first time in Europe. Their band leader is Abu Wat. Abu Wat's uncle received an accordion from the missionaries, which he then proceeded to play at fairs and fiestas and parties. But he would not let his family members play the accordion or any music, so Abu Wat left home. When the uncle was old, he thought, now is a time for my family to carry on the traditions, and he wanted them to play. But they'd already learnt in secret anyway, so they were ready to rock, and to rock the Zagazougou way, very important way. Bon, je vais poser une question. Monsieur Watt, est-ce que vous pouvez expliquer à nous les éléments de la musique Zagazougou, s'il vous plaît?
Ok. Ma musique, elle est africaine, elle est occidentale. Pourquoi africaine? Parce que c'est joué avec la percussion, le djembé et route. Pourquoi européenne, c'est-à-dire occidentale? Parce qu'il y a de l'accordion, parce que nous on ne fabrique pas l'accordion, c'est vous qui fabriquez ça. Donc voilà pourquoi j'ai dit que, en un mot, tradi moderne. Voilà.
Monsieur Watt, est-ce que vous considérez que la musique business occidentale est devenue trop puissante en Afrique?
Business, c'est business. Mais moi particulièrement, avec mon groupe, on a une idée de la chose. Parce que chacun veut manger de ce qu'on fait. Donc où on en trouve de l'argent, on y va. Mais nous, on ne laisse pas la traduction. Nous valorisons la traduction dans le business.
The songs are about love, life, destiny, ambition, dance contests, prostitution, and about people who betray people.
Imanaka nimisaka bo, imanaka taya kabo, imanaka nyagba kabo, amanyinde. Nikisine kunda musa me vila saye, nikisine kunda musa me vatu saye, nikisine kunda musa me sanu saye, nikisine kunda musa me minya saye. amana ba kono lalila aba foi tengere mboro amana baila tiana fo aba foi tengere mboro amana baila worombala aba fongere note amana bai fufu la fo aba foi tengere mboro amanyine amanyine jamfale amanyine bi jamanye amanyine
Dr. Barrister.
Thank you.
Welcome to Berlin.
Welcome
to Berlin.
Thank you, Ben.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Please. So, here we are in Berlin with the first Fuji explosion. What is that Fuji?
The Fuji music is a music I created in 1966.
and it pushes a lot of love, peace, and harmony.
Love, peace, and harmony.
Yeah.
And when did you first start in music?
At the tender age of 10, that was in 1958. I started with reggae music, and then when people start to ask for me to come and perform for them, then I decided to create my own type of music that will appeal to everybody. Young, old, Muslim, Christians, men, women.
Men, women, everybody?
Everybody, yes.
Animals too?
What?
Animals as well? No.
Animal, if animal can dance to music, then they will be able to dance to Fiji music.
You want to know? There's a column.
Ask him about the garbage. So why Fuji garbage?
It's a style I borrowed from the whites in Europe now. When they say, this thing is bad, that means it's pretty good. And if Michael Jackson could name the title of his record Bad, and they could be able to accept it, I decided to name my own title of the record Fuji Garbage. That means it's really good.
Rise up to dance to my new Fuji Garbage. Rise up to dance to my new Fuji Garbage. to my new Fuji garbage. Rise up to dance, rise up to dance.
Stan Tohon is from Benin, formerly Dahomey, ancient home of the Fon people, whose religion crossed the Atlantic in slavery times to Haiti and became voodoo. His own brand of music is called Chink System, based on the sacred music called Chekome music. This features water percussion, 2 half calabashes stuck in a bucket of water and hit, and another large calabash played at the side with a paddle. How did all of this come about?
The percussion of Chink System, my music, is some percussion before, some year before. If you want to play that percussion, people dead. If you hear that, you know that people is dead. If people are dead, you can't play water percussion. But now we can play because everything is demystified. It's demystified, so you can play water percussion where we want. But this particularity is main every time when I sing about death. But when I sing about death, it's for laughing. It's not to make people. In French, we say triste. It's not that. It's to make people happy because we are with dead every day. But dead for me is nothing. It's the life, because if you are living, you must die. Monsieur Tohon's songs often have a political dimension, and he had to interrupt his career several times to go into exile. Even his simplest songs have deeper questions.
People believe my Costa music. People believe Lambada music, but I play the Chink System. The Chink System. People believe Lambada music. People believe Juju music, but I play the Chink System. The Chink System. People believe Ogama music. People believe Psycho music, but I play the Chink System. The Chink System. The Chink System. system. I, the jail 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 system. Something wrong in Liberia, something wrong in Rhodesia, something wrong in Kuwait City. We want to know. Let me show you, let me show you. Let me know, let me know. Let me know what's happening. We want to know. Break and go for Maison Blanche. Gorbachev say Petroika. But they want in a catastrophe. We want to know. 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 Many people we want to know. We want to know. Yankees Africa music, Yankees Benin music, Kota is Ethiopian music. The jail system. Yankees Africa music, Kota is Ethiopian music. The jail system. The jail system. We want to know, we want to know. Youth man, we want to know, we want to what's happening. We want to know. We want to know the temptation. We want to know segregation. We want to know apartheid. We want to know. We want to know. We want to know. Many people we want to know. We want to know. People play Makossa music. People play Lambada music. That blue the jail system. The jail system. People play Lambada music. People play Juju music. People play reggae music. The jail system. Jail system is African music. Jail system is Benin music. Jail system is Ethiopian music. The jail system. We want to know. We want to know. Many people we want to know. We want to know. Europe people we want to know. We want to know. South Africa we want to know. We want to know.
In the past few years, the Malian music scene has been rocked by female singers coming from the southern region of the country, the Wassoulou region. Oumou Sangaré is the empress of the Wassoulou sound. Madame Sangaré, comment vous êtes devenue la porte-parole des femmes d'Afrique?
C'est la tâche que je me suis assignée. Donc, il n'y a personne qui m'a forcé d'être ses porte-parole. C'est moi-même qui a décidé d'être la porte-parole de toutes les femmes d'Afrique et la porte-parole aussi des femmes du Mali.
Because she doesn't come from a family of traditional praise singers, she's free to choose the themes of her songs. So, she sings about the emancipation of women, equal rights between men and women, and she does this by singing songs of love.
La femme et l'homme, s'ils sont amoureux, il faut les laisser se marier. C'est ça l'amour. Donc je pense l'amour c'est ce qui vient du cœur sans contrainte. Ça vient du cœur sans contrainte, l'amour. Donc il ne faut pas forcer l'amour les parents. Parce que les parents forcent. Parce que si tu maries une fille tu vas la marier avec un homme qu'elle ne la connaît pas, tu as forcé l'amour. Et on ne peut pas forcer l'amour. Ça ne dure pas. Le mariage, généralement, ça ne dure pas. Ça prend 2 ou 3 ans. Le mariage est fini. Après avoir 1 ou 2 enfants, le mariage est fini. Il n'y a plus d'entente. Donc, pour éviter ça, il faut laisser les jeunes filles choisir leur amour, leur propre amour.
On the eve of her marriage, the bride-to-be is seated on a small wedding stool, and the other women, the married women, gather round her, and they tell her how to be a good wife.
Musulman, and you want money,
If you want to see Mali's Super Rail Band, it's very simple. You fly to Dakar, you go to the station, you buy some sandwiches, you get on the train. 48 hours later, you get off at Bamako Hauptbahnhof without your sandwiches, and you leave the train and you go into the Buffet de la Gare de Bamako, which is a kind of an open-air dance hall. And it's very nice. There are trees with fairy lights. And you go to the bar and you buy your drink, and you sit down and you watch the master guitarist Jelly Madi Tunkara explode with a Super Rail Band. And it's great, it's really great, and it's just so simple to do. Mali. In fact, the only time I left Mali, I was sitting in the airport departure lounge feeling quite queasy. So being very polite, I asked the gentleman behind the bar where I could be sick, and he pointed me outside to the tarmac somewhere. So I went out into the airport tarmac, and at that point I was being held up by two large airport assistants because I was actually about to pass out. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw this large flower pot, and I thought, there's a tidy place in which to be sick. So I said, could you help me over there? And he said, but monsieur, that's for flowers. So I thought, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't want to throw up on his shoes. So I went down on my knees and I vomited full force on the Malian tarmac. And at that point, I felt very much like the Pope, or at least an anti-Pope, because when the Pope arrives in a country, he gets down on his knees and he kisses the earth. And here I was leaving this beautiful country, and I was down on my knees throwing up on it, my last action. And a Super Rail Band can really move you.
tinyare alambalota jagabire tinyare tolorina komembari iyanina komembari yantumana sini jamajigi tolorina
Yeah.